Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all well. What we're going to be doing today is another Commander Quickfire video. So for anyone who hasn't seen one of these videos before, what we're going to be doing is loading up some random commanders, any card that could be your commander up in Scryfall. There's a link down in the description which kind of shows you what I'm doing. Basically, you open that link and it loads a random commander. What I'm going to be doing is doing that as many times as I can in 10 minutes and kind of giving an overview of the deck that the commander that's on screen will lead. Now, all these I'm not seeing beforehand, it's all kind of on the fly. So what I'll be doing afterwards is kind of editing in any cards that I think are relevant that kind of make the deck tick, anything that I might not remember while I'm doing that, because it's kind of get as many as you can done in 10 minutes. All right, we have our timer. Cue the music. We will start in 3, 2, 1. Alright, Esperia the Inscrutable. 1 white, white, blue, blue. For a legendary creature Sphinx, it is a 3/6 with flying. When it deals combat damage to a player, name a card. That player reveals his or her hand. If he or she reveals the named card, search your library for a creature card with flying, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Ooh, sweet. So, I think this could be quite cool. So the way you win with this is with like flying matters. The fact this can tutor any cards with flying from your deck means you can kind of get the flying lords, which kind of give +1/+1 for each creature with flying. I think that's kind of how you win, because you kind of get a board set and swing through. The fun part of this deck, which makes it a bit more unique, is you can play cards like Telepathy or Telekinesis. It's a tele something. Basically, it lets you see all the cards in your opponent's hands or in a opponent's hands. So then when you attack with it and it deals combat damage to that player, you know the cards, so you can pick the correct one. You can also kind of run other kind of like what's the word? Like the Will of the Council style cards, where kind of like it's political tribal with a nice flavorful flying submatters thing. So I think it'd be quite cool. All right, sick. What's next? Ooh, right. So Conrad the Grim, 3 black black for a legendary creature human knight. It is a 5/4. Whenever another creature dies or a creature card is put into your graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves the graveyard, so Conrad the Grim deals 1 damage to each opponent. 1 black, each player mills a card. Right, so the way I'm going to suggest this, so Conrad the Grim is one of the stronger aristocrat commanders. Specifically, however, what makes the card unique is it's uncommon. So you can actually build kind of like a peasant list on quite cheap with this commander. It's going to be quite strong. You still get all the Bloodlust effects, you still get like Viscera Seer, that kind of stuff. And basically it's a really good aristocrat build, and then because you're in black, you kind of get spells to kind of like reanimate stuff, or bring stuff back to your hand, so you can kind of do it all over again. Yeah, Sir Conrad is a really strong commander. Like I think Sir Conrad and like Ayara are the 2 strongest mono black aristocrat builds. But the fact you can build this as a peasant deck really cheaply makes it quite interesting. So yeah, peasant aristocrat. Next one. What are you? Rebek, Architect of Ascension, 3 and a white. Legendary creature human artificer is a 3/4 with partner, but it's not having a partner today. Artifacts you control have protection from each converted mana cost among artifacts you control. What? Artifacts you control have protection from among each converted mana cost among artifacts you control. Right, okay, so if you have a 1/1, your artifacts have... So if you have a 1 CMC spell, your artifacts have protection from that. So okay, so what you're going to be doing is... This is going to be kind of like a... So you're going to run the card that turns everything into artifacts. That will mean that all of your artifact creatures which you're going to be running will have protection from each card that you have a CMC with. So if you have a 1-drop, a 2-drop, a 3-drop, a 4-drop, a 5-drop, your opponents can't block with creatures the same CMC as artifacts you have. So if everything on the board is an artifact, then your creatures can swing through, not be blocked. You can't take any damage as long as you can block them. That kind of stuff. So I think that's quite a cool way. The thing with partner is there's probably a better way of adding an additional thing that's like maybe a blue partner, so you can add some kind of more cool artifact synergy stuff. But alone, as a mono white commander, you're going to be getting playing as many mana rocks as you can, so you can get like all the different CMCs or mana values, I should call them now, out there. Play as many artifact creatures as you can. Maybe even suit them up. Maybe there could be a slight Voltron sub-theme to this as well, so that you can swing through and your artifact creatures aren't going to be blocked because they have different different mana values. Your opponent's creatures at that point, because you have that 1 card that makes everything artifacts, are artifacts, so they can swing through and win. Cool. Right. Next up we have... Oh, good. We have Joven, 3 red for a Summon Legend. 3/3, red, 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 tap, destroy target non-creature artifact. So I've had to build, so we've had Chandler on this before. This is even niche. Destroy target non-creature artifact. So this is going to be a mana rock hate deck. You're going to be running Chandler as well. Goes in this deck. What you're going to be doing, unless he does artifact creatures, in which case he won't be in the deck. So what we're going to be doing is trying to destroy, but basically take out people's mana rocks. So there's the Goblin Trinket Stealer or something like that. It steals mana rocks, that kind of stuff. Basically, we're going to let no one else have any fun mana ramp. There will be so there's like Liquid Metal Torque, which is quite good, and a few other effects which turn things into artifacts. So you can kind of, it doesn't say non-land, it says non-creature. So okay, all right, here we go. So we're going to be turning people's artifacts into lands and then blowing them up with this. So you can run, it's not, Jackal Hooks might still be banning one, but Wildfire, all that kind of stuff. You're going to play as many artifacts as you can, or like mana rocks yourselves, so you can ramp ahead. You're going to play that thing to steal people's mana rocks, to make as much mana as you can, and then you're going to be blowing up people's lands. You'll have all the artifacts. They won't have any mana rocks left. All the lands will be gone, and then you win by attacking with a 3/3. Sweet. Now that. Alright, Experiment Kraj. 2 green, blue for a legendary creature, Ooze Mutant. Kraj has all activated abilities of each other creature with +1 counter on it. Tap +1 counter on target creature is a 4/6. So I have built this myself, but it was quite a while ago. There's a lot of kind of combos you can do with this. So basically what we're going to be doing, the base of the deck is you want to run as many kind of like graft and kind of like easy ways of putting counters on your board. Like there's cards that kind of put +1 counters on all your creatures, that kind of stuff. So there's a +1 counter theme to it, but basically you only ever really need to put like 1 counter on each creature. You don't need to go kind of like really high. You're going to need to go wide with the counter, so you want to put +1 counter on as many creatures as you can, so that you can get kind of all the abilities. There's a load of combo stuff you can do. You can have stuff where it's like, if you put a +1 counter on a creature that untaps stuff, then this will have the untap ability. So I think Pili-Pala, so kind of like, so I'm sure there's tons of ways of infinite comboing with this, where you kind of like, but it gets the abilities. If you can put an untapper and a mana ability on it, like if you, I don't know, if you can, there'll be infinite mana combos with this, where it comes like, as long as it has like tap, add 2 mana, untap for 1 mana, something like that. I'm sure there's a way of going infinite with this, and then you kind of play like the big green tutor something out your deck, and probably just get +6/+X until I'm done. That's how you're going to win. Cool, right, 2.5 minutes. We have Asmira, Asmira Holy Avenger, 2 green-white for a summon legend flying. It's a 2/3. At the end of each turn, put +1 counter on Asmira Holy Avenger for each creature put into your graveyard from play this turn. So unfortunately we don't. Right. Difficult. So it's going to be because we're in green again. We're going to play some of the +1 counter synergies, but we're going to run as many kind of like artifact. No, sorry, I got it. This is going to be board wipe tribal. We need to give this indestructible as quickly as possible using. There's like instants and sorceries in white that do it, and there's equipment that does it. We're going to give this as indestructible. We're going to pay like tokens to go wide, like as many kind of like white token makers. Like we want as many 1/1s as possible in like green and white, which shouldn't be too hard because those are the kind of token colors. We're then going to play all the board wipes to wipe our board. Go with me on this. Wipe our board. Make this really large, and then swing through, and then you win with this Voltron. Like you're trying to get this to like 21 power and toughness, so you can swing through and kill people. Then you have your tokens, I guess, as kind of like a backup thing. And it says any turn, so your tokens are good for kind of chump blocking on other people's turns, and then you can kind of get this indestructible board wipe, swing through. You have a big beater, that kind of thing. I think that could be quite fun. All right, we have a minute left. Oh, this is a new one. I haven't actually read this card. Mike the Dungeon Master. 1 green-white for a legendary creature human. He's a 2/2. 2 and tap. Choose target creature card in your graveyard that was put there from the battle of this turn. Return it to the battlefield tapped. Has friends forever, but we're not. But this time, Mike is alone. So again, it's kind of Reanimator. So what I'm thinking with this is strong evoke cards. I think kind of like Evoke and like Sappy Eric's Daughter. I'm sure there's some kind of loops with that. You kind of want cards that come in with like additional abilities. Like so like Evoke, come in, die, and then you can kind of get them back to the battlefield. So like the white and the elemental thing that within Modern Horizons 2 will be really strong as it, because you can kind of like pay to attack, like evoke it, it comes in, you can then bring it back with this and do it again, and I think it sticks around then because you only stack it with the evoke cost, so it plays around. So that's a cool way of using it. The rest of the deck is going to be built around kind of like a similar shell to like a Sappy Eric sort of deck, where I'm sure there's kind of like sacking and combos, and this kind of helps bring them back and that kind of stuff. I think that could be quite cool. Oh, we'll count that one. Let's be generous. All right, we'll count that one. All right, how many did we get? So we got to 7. We are slipping a bit. The first time we did 9, second time we did 8. Cards have more text on them. So we had some newer cards in this. So what do we have? Esperia, a lot of text on it. So Conrad, a lot of text. Joven, harder one, but not too much text. And then Rebecca, that kind of stuff. We can do better. We will do better. We will get that 10. We will get 10 of these in 10 minutes at some point. But for now, I'm going to love you and leave you. Enjoy the rest of your day, wherever you are. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Goodbye.